Today I am sharing my beloved double chocolate chip cookie. I've shared a ton of chocolate chip cookies recipes over the years. I really have, because I love chocolate chip cookies for a lot of different reasons, and I'm always making lots of different variations of chocolate chip cookies for many reasons as well. This is my absolute favorite double chocolate chip cookie. I do have a brownie chocolate chip cookie that I really like as well, and that was really good. This one does have a few more ingredients, but it is the best. It is the best double chocolate chip cookie. I kid you not. Let's go ahead and get started. So in a bowl here, I have 1 stick of melted butter. You want to make sure that your butter is fully melted. You don't want it softened, don't want it room temperature. You want it to be completely and totally melted. And to that, I'm going to add in a 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar. I make these cookies, and I'm not even kidding you, I'm not even exaggerating. I make these cookies almost every single week. I made them last week, I made them the week before, I made them the week before. I make them almost every single week. And everyone absolutely loves these, even ones who are not huge chocolate fans. They absolutely love this. This is a gourmet chocolate cookie, and it's really easy to make. It's just a handful of ingredients to make this, and it is ooey gooey chocolate chewy perfection every single bite. It is the best cookie. I kid you not. Make this for a bake sale. Make it for anything. I'm making it again because I just can't get enough of it. So we have 1 stick of melted butter in our bowl and a 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar. I'm going to mix this until it comes together as one. It's going to take about a minute. You can still see that the butter is separated from the sugar. We're going to continue mixing this until it becomes kind of like a caramel fudge-like consistency. You can see it forming that right there in the center. Just keep mixing it. Now I love to make this. I love to make chocolate chip cookies because they're really easy to make, and they're a crowd pleaser, and it's a quick and easy dessert. I love to make this particularly because it just is so rich. It's just like this rich deluxe. It's amazing, and it is so easy to make, which is also amazing. So you can see how this came together into like a caramel-like fudge consistency. That's what we're looking for. It took about 30 seconds. Now we're going to add in 1 large egg. Now you can of course double this recipe, and I recommend doubling this recipe because, you know, it's that good. I should be doubling it myself, but I'm sure I'll be back here again next week making it. So just gonna mix this in, this 1 egg. Stir until fully combined. Literally just a handful of ingredients, guys. We're gonna add in a splash of vanilla. If you know me, I like to go heavy on my vanilla. About a tablespoon of vanilla extract. Just mix that in. And we're almost done. Just a few more ingredients. Alright, I'm going to set my spatula, of course, here. I'll just put this to wash one time. Because you're just probably going to need a spatula at this point because you don't want to whisk in your flour. Alright. Alright, just a few more ingredients and we're done with this cookie dough. We're going to add in 1 cup of all-purpose flour. I'm going to just kind of halfway sift that in because I don't want to fully sift it in yet. I want to add in my baking soda. Half a teaspoon of baking soda. Sift that in. And then you're going to need your cocoa powder. I am using Dutch processed cocoa powder. This is the Ghirardelli brand. Now, I typically love to use Rodell's Dutch processed cocoa powder, but I have found my stores around me selling this. So this is what I've been using a lot lately, even though I still prefer Rodell. This is still a really good, oops, I already have a measuring cup in there. That's how often I make this. I have a measuring cup in here already. You know, the Ghirardelli still does have a good Dutch processed cocoa powder. A 1/4 cup of our Dutch processed cocoa powder. Make sure and sift that in as well. Oops, try to get it in the bowl and not on the counter. I'm going to add that right in. Okay, that is cocoa powder. And you're going to need your chocolate chips. That is how easy this cookie is to make. Now, the amount of chocolate chips that you add are really going to depend on how much chocolate chips you want to add. But I usually just go for about 1 cup of chocolate chips, and I don't usually measure it, but for recipe's sake, I will measure that for you. Yeah, it's about 1 cup. When I eyeball it, it's about 1 cup. And that's exactly what you want, 1 cup of chocolate chips. This is Nestle Toll House chocolate chips. You can also use Ghirardelli's, and you definitely want to use semi-sweet chocolate chips for this, because it's the balance of sweetness with the sugar in there and everything. I mean, I could use a bigger bowl, but I'm not even kidding you. This is the same bowl that I make this in every single week. It is 1 bowl to wash with just the whisk and, you know, my spatula and my sieve here, but it's just 1 bowl, like so. I pop this bowl in the microwave, I melt it. Yes. So we're just going to mix this all in until it is really nice and smooth. What's great about this is once this is mixed in, and I'll show you here in a second, this cookie dough becomes really I don't even know how to describe it. It won't stick to your finger. It's just the perfect cookie dough. That's just, oh my goodness. I don't know. I'll show you here in a bit what I'm talking about. But we're just gonna mix this until all that flour is fully mixed in. You don't want to overmix this. Now, what's really important about this cookie dough is it has to chill. Now, you can pop this in the oven right now, but it won't be the same if it's not chilled. So it is really important that this cookie dough chills. Which, the thing with my brownie cookie, if you've seen my brownie cookie recipe, I don't usually chill that though, and you still get a really great cookie. But this cookie, you need to chill the dough. That's what helps it, gives it the consistency of the cookie itself. It's not going to be like a completely flat cookie. It's going to be full of body and texture, and it has to be chilled for that. So I'm going to place this in some plastic wrap here. And this is what I'm talking about, the cookie dough. It's like, it doesn't even stick to my spatula. It's just perfect. It's perfect. And I love when I have to plop it in my plastic wrap. It just doesn't stick to anything. It's not a sticky, hot mess cookie dough. It's just perfect. Like, I mean, look at that. It doesn't stick to my spatula. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Now, I'm using plastic wrap. I have a little bit of cocoa powder there. I am using plastic wrap, and I'm just going to form this into a log. The thinner the log, the faster this will cool in your refrigerator. I'm just going to squeeze it out. So you don't want one piece that's too thick, especially in the center, because it will take a lot longer to chill. You just want this to be nice and firm. Again, it just doesn't, it's so perfect. It doesn't stick and make a mess. Which, I mean, a lot of cookie doughs do that, but I love this cookie dough. If you make these cookies, you will see why I rave about them. And these are a bakery style cookie dough. If you've ever had like a ooey gooey bakery style cookie, this is it right here. I'm going to place this in my fridge. It's going to take anywhere up to 30 minutes to an hour to chill. And again, it's really important that it's chilled. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. And I will see you guys back when we're ready to put that in the oven. When you are ready to put this in the oven, just make sure your oven is preheated to 350 degrees because you want your oven to be nice and hot and ready for your cookies before they go in. So I'm going to, plop this into my oven, my refrigerator, I mean. So my dough has been in the fridge and was in the fridge for about a couple hours, an hour to 2 hours. It takes about 30 minutes for it to start really firming up, but I just left it in there while I was doing what I had to do. So my dough is really nice and firm. I have my baking tray that is lined with parchment paper, and my oven is already preheated to 350 degrees. Now, the amount of cookie dough that you take is a little important because the baking time for this is one of the most crucial steps for making this cookie. I am just showing you here. Normally I don't measure, but just for showing you sake, so you want about 2 tablespoons amount, which is about an eighth of a cup amount. About 2 tablespoons, just take it and roll it into a nice ball, just like that. Then leave a couple inches and grab another 2 tablespoons and just roll that into a ball. You can use a measuring cup if you really want to be precise. You don't really have to, even if it's about 2.5 tablespoons or closer. You just want a roughly 2 tablespoons amount. Another way is just to measure it by, it's roughly about 1 ice cream scoop amount. I don't recommend pushing this too hard down your ice cream scoop if you do want to scoop it out, because you can damage your ice cream scoop that way. But just a rough ice cream scoop amount, or a eighth of a cup, or 2 tablespoons. And the reason I'm stressing that is because the baking time for this is what's going to give you this really amazing gooey cookie. So you want these to bake for 10 minutes for these 2 tablespoon amount. 10 minutes, 10 to 11 minutes, and that is it. If you make these a little bit bigger, like 3 tablespoons, you don't want to go over 12 to 13 minutes with these cookies because it's just going to get overdone. So 10 minutes for this 2 tablespoon amount, 10 to 11 minutes, and that is all that you need. Again, you do not want to over bake these cookies. I'm going to show you what they look like when they're done here so you know. So I set a timer for 10 minutes. I pop this in the oven, set a timer for 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes here, you can see that the top is set. The top has a nice flat surface. It's firm. There's no moisture really, unless it's from a chocolate chip that is melting, but the top is set, and that is after 10 minutes. You want these to cool completely on your tray. I don't even recommend moving them onto a cooling tray. Just leave them on your cookie tray to cool completely. If you do need to pick these closer together, you definitely can, because you can see that they do spread out, but they don't spread out too much, so you can fit more on there. I don't need to make too much because I surely can eat all of them in one day. Alright, so I just broke open one of these, and I wanted to show you on the inside here how fudgy and gooey this is. Now, it may not be the prettiest because it's just brown, but honestly, it is the best cookie that you can have. I kid you not, even my little ones, who is not a huge, I mean, just look at that. They're not huge chocolate lovers. They really love this cookie. Thoroughly enjoy it. I just wanted to show you that there. It is so good. It is the best cookie ever. Kid you not. Tried one, and even though, excuse the noise, even though I just had this like a few days ago, oh my gosh, I can't. Please do yourself a favor and try these cookies. Just do yourself that favor. If you don't want to take my word for it, try it yourself. Oh my gosh. It's so good. It's like those cookies that you can just jump around and do the happy food dance, because it is that good. Do yourself a favor, guys. Trust me. And please try it. Let me know down in the comments below if you try it and you enjoy it. I'll see you guys next time. I'm going to go enjoy this. I can't talk anymore. I need to go. Bye-bye.